wound up getting married in 56. And that's a whole bunch of stories there. I'm Grandma Jill, and it is now October 9th. Well, I was born in Westboro, Missouri. It's just a tiny little town, about like the size of Funk, if you know anything about Funk. And I was the third child at that time. My mother went ahead and had 3 more children after me, so there's 6 of us, 6 kids. My dad was a salesman, and he would leave Monday morning, and we wouldn't see him until Friday night. And Mom didn't drive, and we lived on an acreage in Holdridge at southwest corner of Holdridge, and we had an acreage there, and Mom raised chickens and turkeys, and we had huge gardens. And so she was, of course, stay-at-home mom, and we walked to school, and we walked everywhere we went because we didn't have a car, and had a good growing up years. And then I happened to meet my husband when I was a sophomore in high school, and we started dating, and then he went to the service. He decided to go to the service, so he went to the service, and we kind of talked it over, and we were going to keep in touch, but we weren't going to be steady, And so he went to the service, and he was shipped out to Alaska, of all places. And then I graduated in 55, and he happened to come home, and we started dating again, and wound up getting married in 56. And that's a whole bunch of stories there. We got married August 12th of 1956. I was 19, turned 20 on the 30th of August, so I was almost 20 years old. And, I guess we thought we were going to live on love because we sure didn't have any money, and we made it. I will say this to anybody that is just married or going to get married: it isn't all a bed of roses, but it's your attitude that'll, you're going to stick it out together. You're going to get through this together. And because you do that, you grow closer. When we started out on the farm, we had the 3 little boys at that time. They were just young. And as they grew older, we had some farm ground and stuff, but we didn't have enough to support all of us on this farm. Well, how do you take 3 boys and tell them, well, we're just going to give the farm to one of you? But which one? Well, we had no idea, and we couldn't do it. And so Dad says, I think we'll just sell the farm and tell the boys that they're going to have to find a job that they think they want and go from there. And everybody has done very well, is more successful than they ever planned to be in their life. Every step we took, we bettered ourselves. And so instead of looking at the negative, we kept looking at the positive because we were bettering ourselves. And I think I read or heard on TV or something that a person, when they graduate from college, they usually change jobs at least 3 times before they find the one that they settle into for the rest of their life. And so that's kind of what we had to go through that step. And at the time, you don't understand it. Why is this always happening? Why is that always? But God has a plan, and He was leading us to what He wanted us to do. And be sure to learn to work hard, because that's when you finally get down on your knees and pray, God, help me, help me, help me, help me. And He will. He does. And might not be the way you think it should be, but it turns out better. It turns out better. So don't be afraid to make some changes in your lives. Just be sure and ask God for the wisdom, and He will definitely lead you to where He wants you to be, which will be better than anything you ever imagined. Because, boy, I said our lives are sure better than anything we ever imagined. Oh, life is an adventure. Oh, my goodness. And you're led all kinds of places because of things that happen to you. Your faith grows stronger. Every time something bad happened, and I'd pray, and then we had to move. I was scared to death. I moved to new town, new people, moved to Gibbon. We didn't know a squat, anybody there, and it was a struggle. But he brought good people into our lives. We were married 65 years in August, and I asked James. I said, James, what have I done in 65 years? And James says, well, you've raised an awful good family. And I think that's priceless. God has blessed us so much. I mean, we are just so thankful for our life and our family. And so here we are. And we're very happy and have this wonderful family and have no complaints.
Feel good?
Oh, I feel good, yeah.
Good. I feel really good. I'm really excited.
Good.
Okay. I think we can call it a cut.